best place to find a lover, so the bar is where I go. Me and my friends at the table doing shots, drinking fast and then we talk slow. And you come over and start up a conversation with just me, and trust me, I'll give it a chance. Now take my hand, stop, and the man on the jukebox, and then we start to dance. And I'm singing like, girl, you know I want your love. Your love was handmade.
Well, so I joined in my freshman spring, and I spent pretty much most of the fall kind of going to a bunch of different clubs because I was trying to find my place on campus. And I found myself just kind of hopping around between different things, and I never really felt like I fit into any of those things. So it's pretty funny, when I came into college I was very like, oh, anti-Greek, that's not me, I'm not a frat star. But then when I came back in the spring, I decided, you know, college is a time to kind of open your horizons and like try a whole bunch of different things. So I decided to rush Sigma, and what I found was a pretty big group of guys who all were very passionate about different things, and that's kind of what drew me in and why I decided to accept my bid, and here I am.
I joined Sigma mainly because of when I first came into the house. I saw a huge kind of variety of people. I met many different kinds of people, and everyone was unique and amazing in their own ways, but I still found that everyone had a very special connection with each other, even despite all these differences.
I really found a home here with all of the guys. They are a lot smarter than they look, but yeah, they've been my family for the last 2 years.
I was nervous to come to Carnegie Mellon, and I was afraid that I wasn't going to be able to find any community like that, but then someone kind of pulled me to a Rush event, and I started saying like, hey, these guys are actually really cool, and definitely not the Greek life that I've seen on TV. They were all really cool dudes, and I connected with a lot of them, and I was like, wow, this could be my community, and it has been for the past 3 years. It's one of the best things I decided to do at CMU.
Proud to be a Sigma. Like I said, it's always been about the people. And when I say proud to be a Sigma, I mean that I'm proud to be within an organization among like so many like wonderful and amazing people that I can call myself their brother. I could think back to all those great memories, and with those, I could look towards the future and strive harder and try to like maintain and keep all that.
It means that I am proud to know that of all the members in Sigma, if someone else knows them, I'm proud that they know that person's a Sigma, and that I gain my own status just by being affiliated with them. That I am better for being a part of this organization. That I have committed myself to a higher cause, to a greater cause, and been involved in more things and been a better person than I could have been just on my own.
We are a group of people who are driven by the things that we care about, and not only that, but we also are driven by the passions of everyone around us. So when we see people are excited about something, we get excited for them too, and it's just a huge support network in that sense. And that's why so many of us are like leaders on campus, and we achieve so much because we all have our own dreams, but we all make each other's dreams part of our own.
Late nights at booth.
The booth, also booth.
Working on booth.
During booth season,
We were trying to put the roofs on and like pouring down rain, and they're like, hey, get off the booth. And Alan just would not get off the booth.
I remember my freshman year going to a music festival with a group of older guys, and I ended up meeting some of the alums who had graduated the year prior to me entering Carnegie Mellon University, and I didn't make the most solidified bonds with those people upon meeting them in that first weekend interaction, but later on, fast forward a summer, 2 summers, I ended up working in Philadelphia, and those same friendships that I'd made 2 years ago at that music festival came up and were brought to life and really flourished over the course of that summer. And I have now created some lifelong friends who I didn't even go to school with, but because they were affiliated through Sigma Phi Epsilon and through some older guys that just happened to be graduating the year I came to Carnegie Mellon, I have now created some amazing lifelong relationships.
I went to this AFLV conference, which is the IFC regional conference, and then where you meet a bunch of different brothers from a bunch of different fraternities, and everybody's really cool and like it's nice. And I was with the rest of the IFC board from CMU, and we got back to Pittsburgh at like 7 a.m. in the morning, and then I got off the bus and I was like, I'm just gonna go home, I'm gonna go to sleep, and I start walking towards Morewood and Fifth to take the bus, and I walk by the Greek Quad and I'm like, I really want to go into Sigma, but I just want to be back, and I start running all the way up with my bags and everything, and I'm like getting to the door and I'm like throwing my wallet at the door, trying to get the door to open. Didn't work, had to pick up. Open the door, come upstairs, and I knock on Q's door and I'm like, Q, wake up, and I hear him kind of stirring. I'm like, freshman year I used to kick his door down, and this is sophomore, and so I wake him up and he's like, oh, what do you want? And I look at him like, I just kind of missed you, and then yeah, it's probably.
It had been raining on and off for like 3 days. We got kicked on and off midway every hour, and we had to keep going to Margaret Morrison, and we just sit in this conference room soaking wet, just wanting to die. But I felt the worst I've ever felt in my life, but on the inside I felt the best I've ever felt in my life. And just like seeing that group of guys all dead together really created a sense of family for me.
Yeah. I'm looking back. It's been a long year. A lot has happened. A lot has changed. Yeah. Let's go. Rapping is a passion, all I do is win. I look back and think of all of the cool places that I've been. Company and I'm milling, in this living room I'm in. I can think about my problems, but then where do I begin? The women that have laughed and the friends that I have lost. Family members so cold that I'm starting to feel the frost. Trying to make the money, but how much does it cost? The people in my past are in my rear exhaust. Should I try to slow it down or let them meet me at the top? Cause I'm having too much fun and I just don't wanna stop. Just keep on pushing through until I break the red tape. Fake it till I make it and the career starts to take shape. While I dictate my soul, just watch my bank rate inflate. And please don't hate cause I try to relate. And I don't try to deflate, I try to curate. So I just take what kills the game and raise mortality rates. Yeah, you call me smart, and I'm thinking about the past. I'm looking back. Weeks and months, when these times went by too fast. Looking back at these memories that lie inside my head. Looking back and looking forward to whatever lies ahead. I look back at last, it's a blast from the past. This past year passed by way too fast. Let's begin when they first dropped. Book smart idiots, doing it big ever since. No itty bits, rocking the crowds as we take to the stage. Don't stop, but it's now cause the fame's been engaged. This year we broaden horizons. They know about us cause we saw the rise of Che Flow. Damn, what a great year, memories will stay vivid. I was living it up every single freaking minute. You know, every day I reckon that I'd always be okay. Cause for me it felt like heaven every second of the day. Good times in LA and New York, that's for sure. Couldn't ask for it better last year in the Berg. Man, I love 2012, let's cheers with this beer. Here's a toast to incredible year. Yeah, you call me smart, and I'm thinking about the past. Few days, weeks and months, and these times went by too fast. Looking back at these memories that lie inside my head. Looking back and looking forward to whatever lies ahead. Yeah, you call me smart, and I'm thinking about the past. Few days, weeks and months, and these times went by too fast. Looking back at these memories that lie inside my head. Looking back and looking forward to whatever lies ahead.
You killed him, Jamie.
I'm a big softie.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Nailed it. I like how you guys kept touching each other.
I did no touching. That's one way touch.